Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong visited Punggol East today to help campaign for PAP candidate Koh Poh Koon in this by-election. Channel News Asia's May Wong, who has been following this campaign trail, joins us now to tell us more. May, PM Lee spoke to reporters after his visit. What message did he have for voters?
Well, Wei-Su Prime Minister Lee said that if elected, Dr. Koh Poh Koon, the candidate for Punggol East for the PAP, actually can be appointed and may be appointed as an office holder after assessing his ability. So Mr. Lee says that for now, he has noticed that Dr. Koh already has shown great potential to hold on and to take on more responsibilities. Let's take a look at the story in greater detail. Come rain or shine, Prime Minister Lee was out early this morning helping to shore up support for the PAP's candidate, Dr. Koh, and meeting residents in the single ward. Dr. Koh was not with Mr. Lee as he was conducting his own walkabout separately. Describing Dr. Koh as a man with character, commitment and conviction, Mr. Lee is confident he'll make a good MP if elected.
I think when he is ready, and when I judge that he is ready, and we are ready, I will be appointing him to a suitable political office, but we will decide what later on. But I think he will be able to make a contribution both in Punggol East and also more broadly nationally. But I told him his first priority is to fight and win in Punggol East, win the support and the trust of the residents in Punggol East, and be a good MP in Punggol East.
Mr. Lee also reminded voters that since the last general election, the government has implemented many initiatives to improve the lives of Singaporeans. He called on residents to choose a candidate who will be able to serve them well, not only within the community, but one who can contribute to the nation as well.
You have to vote not tactically to calculate which way you gain advantage, but really sincerely to judge what do you support, what do you believe in, and if you believe in that, support that. If you say, I like the PAP's program, but it's already there, let me vote against it, because then I get two people to look after me. And if everybody does that, I think we have a problem.
Separately, Dr. Koh told reporters he wants to better identify those who need help.
Having a certain criteria doesn't mean that it's going to be all-encompassing. And for those people who fall through the cracks, especially those who may be not good enough to receive aid, but actually they are actually pretty bad in the sense that they are stuck in between. They're not the worst, but they're not good enough. They're in a sandwich kind of level. And so we need to think about other things that can fill this gap, bridge this gap.
Working with youths will be another area of focus for Dr. Koh.
Singapore's Defence Minister Ng Hen also commented on the progress of the by-election campaigning in Punggol East. May, what did Dr. Ng say?
Well, in general, Dr. Ng says that the campaign so far has been conducted with a lot of dignity as well as decorum, and that is a good sign, according to him. He said in general, residents have also given him the feedback that it's good that Singaporeans have an option and that they're able to have a choice in terms of who they want to put into Parliament. Let's listen in.
For Dr. Koh Poh Koon, my residents are telling me that, well, he comes across as humble and understanding the residents' needs. But obviously, Dr. Koh had to prove that to residents and be able to meet their needs.
Dr. Ng also commented the fact that if the Prime Minister thinks that Dr. Koh Poh Koon has the potential to become an office holder, it really speaks volumes about the man's capabilities. And Dr. Ng was saying that the residents should also, feel welcomed in terms of this information, given the fact that if there is an office holder, a potential office holder who can become the MP, it's also going to be good for them.
Thanks, May. Let's take a look at the Workers' Party now. It is the first opposition party to hold a rally for the Punggol East by-election. The rally, which has just ended, featured some of the party's MPs, including its leaders Lau Thia Kiang and Sylvia Lim and candidate Lee Li Lian. We'll have more highlights from this rally later on in the bulletin. Do stay with us. And coming up after this short break, a busy day at Punggol East with candidates from the Reform Party and the Singapore Democratic Alliance pounding the ground. And the Workers' Party's rally that's just ended this evening. Do stay with us and find out. Let's get back to the by-election and see what's happening with the opposition parties. We're joined by our editor, Imelda Saad, who's been tracking the candidates. Imelda, what can you tell us?
Well, Wesu, the Reform Party's Kenneth Jayaratnam, he's countered claims by the ruling People's Action Party that it has delivered its promises to the people. Now, this, of course, comes after the PAP's own rally last night, where it stoutly defended the government's policies after the last elections in 2011. Mr. Jayaratnam pointed to, for example, medical costs, which he said that many Singaporeans are still very worried about. He said his party will be pushing for a universal healthcare insurance system to replace the current MediSave and MediShield. Now, on local issues, Mr. Jayaratnam said if elected, he intends to start a chain of nurseries and childcare centres in the ward. He said this will be a big part of his 5-year plan for the constituency.
We've got people within our party with the expertise to run these, and we will be talking about private sector involvement in this. I mean, the question is whether we can get the premises, really.
Well, Imelda, what about the Singapore Democratic Alliance? What have they been up to today?
Yes, well, the SDA's Desmond Lim has said that his party will not be holding any rallies at the 2 allocated sites. Now, what they will be doing is to leverage technology, and the party is intending to hold some live streaming, to have some live streaming of its rallies online.
One party which did have its...
We have limited resources, and therefore we have to be very careful on our spending, and we wanted to make full use of our whatever money that we have to achieve the optimum value.
One party which did have its rally this evening at Punggol East is the Workers' Party. Imelda, what were the highlights of that?
Well, the Workers' Party has urged Punggol East residents to use their votes as a signal for the government to continue to listen to the ground. Now, several MPs urged voters to use what they term as the power of the vote. They cited several policy reviews by the government, such as reviews on, for example, housing and transport that were introduced since the last general election. Now, party members said if Punggol East residents wanted the government to continue with its reforms, then they should choose the Workers' Party candidate Li Lian. Party Secretary General Lau Tia Kiang said it's in the interest of Singapore to have a reasonable and credible opposition party to keep the ruling People's Action Party on their toes.
It is time you ask yourself whether the PAP appreciates your support, or do you want to send a message to the PAP government that you don't want your support to be taken for granted anymore. Elections are the best way to safeguard your rights and interests and to make the government work for you. After the last election, the PAP has obviously worked harder. Let us make sure that after this by-election and the next general election, they will work as if their lives depended on you.
And candidate Li Lian also spoke about issues that she wants to champion in Parliament if she's elected. You know, things like healthcare costs, things like the concerns that elderly citizens are facing and also young families are facing. And like her People's Action Party opponent, she also spoke about her own humble beginnings.
I'm not a high flyer or a government scholar. I did not do very well earlier in my schooling years, but I worked hard, really hard, and made it to Ngee Polytechnic and eventually graduated from Curtin University of Australia. In order to ease the financial burden on my parents, I did part-time job when I was at age 15. I'm running for this by-election because I want a better Singapore, not only for us, but also for our children.
Now, Ms. Lee also spoke about her experience on the ground, having helped out in the Meet the People session at Aljunied GRC and also helping out in the Aljunied Town Council. Wesu, back to you.
Oh, thanks very much indeed, Imelda. Let's move on to some